Hello and welcome to Whose Turn Is It Anyway, a show where a bunch of casual players play Dungeons and Dragons not so casually. I'm your host and Dungeon Master Garrett, and this is our campaign, Ashana Rising. For last time in the Ashana, um, some stuff happened, I guess. They fought an Estrax general, because they're a bit like the whole city of Shirley's being like invaded or something by like another country. Oh, and there's a Trask, but we'll get to that in a second.
Don't worry,
Yeah,
I
they
don't I don't think we're live. We're still on starting stream. Haven't heard Garrett yet. Either this delay is huge or we're just not.
I saw this. I shouldn't hear it, but I think that's me again.
I'm adding right now.
There we go. I see. I see it now.
I enjoy being alive.
All right. Sorry
Speaking
to
of
interrupt.
live,
My Twitch was just behind.
no worries. Okay. Okay, I needed to recap in my head anyways. All right. Estrax General Argent, summoned a bunch of undead creatures to fight the party and kill them and all that jazz. When what are you gonna do? They fight them. No one goes down. A few close calls, but no one goes down. And Otto, slices off the guy's head, and he almost possesses Otto. The Think Creek Walrus shows up and tells Otto how to defeat the Trask, I guess, in a way. Long story short, but then Walrus gets possessed, and like almost kills the whole party. And before he is able to kill Otto, unfortunately, he gets sent back. Teleportation seems to pull the generals back, but there's still a Trask in the distance. So our party of Oath bearers, so everyone except for Poppy and Gleeble, were like, yeah, we gotta still fight the Trask. And Poppy and Gleeble said, why? And didn't get an answer. Besides honor and duty. But they followed anyways. They get to the Trask, and basically the chains that Otto bought from Armiton, the Forgeborn, a few sessions earlier. Basically, it could be used to pin down the Trask, make it vulnerable to damage, all that, to magical damage, I should say, all that jazz. So Courtier says, "I'll take the chains." Says his goodbyes. Slams the chains around one of the horns, and just keeps the Trask pinned in place for the King's 10-minute meteor swarm. Dying in the process, but taking the Trask down as well, as he's able to one remain standing. Very cool visual at the end when the bones of the Trask and the bones of Courtier are all that are left, and Courtier is still standing. Cool dude, that Courtier. We'll miss our guild master, the Searing Ash. Let's see, anything recap? Probably not. They got there, and Birch and Brom, two guildmasters were already dead from the Trask, and then Chandrell, as a co-captain, she was dead. That's not like foreshadowing or anything. But after defeating the Trask, basically the king said, people are still in danger. Let us go into the city." And that is what you all do, essentially. So to go into the narrative portion of this, you all pretty much head in the city. There, few things that you are doing with the royal court and the adventures that are there with you all. Basically, just going through the city, clearing people out of rubble where you can, pulling live, and in many cases also dead people from the Trask damage that has happened. There's occasionally still actual generic soldiers of Estrax that come. None of them prove too much of a danger for any of you all. You're able to beat them pretty quickly when they do show up. There are a few of you probably attempted at some point to train and interrogate them. At first, many of trying to bite off their own tongues, therefore killing themselves. The ones that you're able to prevent that from happening, you quickly realize that they have been charmed with some sort of madness, making any sort of interrogation at this time unhelpful.
Great.
But there's a few that are restrained for potential future interrogation.
Oh.
Carson, did you happen to check where we died? Okay, if you didn't.
It was unclear. I kept
Okay.
on hearing you actually talk. So,
Yeah.
All I remember is Dylan asked about the walls.
yeah, we didn't get to
Maria
Dylan.
and Rosa.
We did not get to Dylan.
Ina?
So
Thank you. Someone got it.
Nice. It seems we died when I said the part about interrogations, which I think was at the very beginning.
Yes.
Oh.
what did we-
So I'm going to
I think
super
it's
breeze
10
over it.
minutes before that. What the hell?
Yeah. So I'm going to super breeze over all things. Sorry guys, on the stream. Some funny stuff today's. But quick overview. Basically, there are extract generals at every single adventure's headquarters. Only thing notable there is, a third of the adventurers were killed. That's pretty notable, I guess. Kaiser returned to save the remaining Searing Ash members.
Oh my god.
You're welcome.
Garrett.
Yeah.
Gary. Gary. You're here.
What?
You're here. You're back. You're back. There was just a funny pause. You're here.
Everything's fine. Keep going.
It's fine. So that part, Jin basically made some kind of pact with his patron to get everybody alive out of the castle, so no casualties from the castle attack. What was lost in the castle was basically the archive of like books, knowledge, things like that in the castle, vaults of artifacts the king has, and his reserve of like diamonds for resurrections when he does a lot of that sort of thing. That was destroyed. The king and the royal court confronted the remaining Astrax generals in Quarter Mound in the sky. They sacrificed his arm to destroy the artifact that was allowing Judar to teleport people in, but that activated some kind of failsafe spell that he had set up to return all the generals and himself in Quartermon back to Estrax when that happened. Just leaving them with a Tarask. Tarask, basically a guild master and a co-captain rushed to the defense of the city. So they were the one. That's why they were there to attack to end the Tarask event. They were the first responders, basically, to the Tarask, while they left like a co-captain in charge of each guild to deal with the generals. I just answered a question about what parts of the city were destroyed. Mostly the castle, the area surrounding the castle, and then the center of the city where the bazaar is. That's the main areas of damage to the city. Anything that I missed or any questions that you have before we get into the really, really sad part?
How could this
Remember
happen
that there,
to
man?
us?
Right.
Godric has no questions. Unless he wants to repeat himself.
Nope.
All right. So, super sad part now. You throughout the day, basically, there's just this list gets updated as it goes. Basically, what adventurers have been confirmed to have fallen in battle.
Bingo cards, bingo cards, bingo cards.
Get your bingo cards out. So this includes. I'm just gonna hit on the ones that you all have had some type of interaction with. Of course, so Aaliyah and Sev, they were the two archers that Otto and Godric fought, who, basically just called y'all first years. They were killed.
Skill diff.
The giantess Devella from the
Oh,
Humming Wolves was killed.
Big.
And of course, Balrus is listed among the dead, possessed by Argent. Take that for what you will. Of the Solar Guard, I think Otto talked to him like once. Rorik, he's just a guy that's super obsessed with like dual wielding, so it was funny one to mention. No one really interacts with him, but you've heard his name a few times. But Derwin, the guy who used to be co-captain that Valar took his spot, he died. Patrick, the older guy that Gleeble had the pie eating contest with, he was killed in battle. Jacine, who is Valar's friend, who was a knight. He was the knight that was basically enchanted to help the evil person in the vampire plot. Valar friend, that guy. Of the Moonthorn, very funny mention. Simon and Kylo, the two guys who were hitting on Malara that one time, they died. Elijah, the shifter that y'all talked to a few times, she was part of the Hot Springs crew. She died. Azora, who was Otto's +1 for the bar crawl, she was killed in battle.
No true bingo cards.
And co-captain Fumin of the Moonthorn was killed. Searing Ash, Galdor, who is the Gaul character that Kraith had a beef with at one time. He died. I don't think you ever really talked to him, Kraith, but Iskador did die. He was a pretty respectable member of the Searing Ash.
Yeah, they both almost made the cut. Yeah, to sound like
Those are it for the super notable members of Searing Ash, besides Courtier, of course. Storm Arrows, Neldor and Doria of the Isafren crew.
Issa friends.
They both died.
Sage.
Some of you guys played those characters.
All right, crazy. In theory, those were player characters. Of the Silver Ale.
No, he's got
queer.
Sorry.
Of the Silver Ale, Aquarius, first year who Hugor was kind of friends with her in the exam. He died. Former guild master Grime of the Silver Ale was killed.
No, Grime.
And both Lyra and Eldar, Namira's siblings, both died. They were both on the Barkrar crew.
Now I understand my bingo card says a Namira sibling. I'm going to count this.
You can't count it twice. From the Shadow Knights, a quick funny. Sula is a one-time mentioned as being killed, but is later revealed his artifact faked his death. Does this give y'all a slight
rat.
relief chuckle?
I'm gonna mark that as a half.
And
No.
Does
Doesn't
that
count.
count?
No.
no.
If it's standing in the way of your bingo, it does count. But until then, it doesn't.
So he died. Bragi, the green tiefling, who's part of Barcrawl crew, he died. Co-captain Zerum, who is the guy who punched a crater in the temple. After the first Darius fight, he died. And Kill, Gondor's friend, died. Those are the super notable adventurers that died. I'm not going to say NPCs because that would be disingenuous. As we will now go into sort of individual scenes as you all have made your way into the bazaar.
Wait, did no one get bingo?
Well, not yet,
we're not-
guys.
no.
There's still so much more, guys.
Oh, we're not
Oh,
done.
there's. Oh no.
He told us
Oh.
we'd be sad, and he hasn't killed any of our happy characters yet.
Oh
Part of
no.
the map am I allowed to look at? I'm afraid to look at all of it.
You can look at it because I still have some things hidden.
No.
So starting off with the individual scenes, we can go through these as quickly as the character wants, I suppose. Some of these are more serious than others in a way. So Gleeble, you pulling aside some wreckage, you find the funny vendor that you had bought the winged boots from.
Oh.
Many hidden knives. You find his, unfortunately, dead body. You pull him from the wreckage. Um, Rui. So the right side of town, basically where Rule, Yennefer, Trippy's Tavern, where all that was, that seemed to be where the hits landed. Those buildings are all completely destroyed. Rui,
By
Rui,
Trippy's Tavern.
you fly over and look for. You're looking anywhere for Yennefer, but you can't even find a sign of her. Amongst the destruction.
This is very
Um,
sad. So there's a bunch of buildings in rubble, and that's where Universe shop is set up.
yeah.
Okay. I'm going to land, and I'm gonna like yell her name and continue searching, like pulling rubble away. Somebody help me, please! I need to find Yennefer.
As you yell that, Old Man Rivers, Jerabel, and Miranda, who did survive, they begin trying to help. Old Man Rivers just like kind of mutters something about how lucky he was to have been next to Miranda when this happened. She had teleported the three of them, kind of basically the three close, the two closest to her and herself away when the attack happened. But yeah, searching through you, I'll let you make a perception check, but I will go ahead and dash one hope in that you do not find any sign of Yennefer, any remains, anything like that. Seems to be most everything on this side of the bazaar was vaporized.
16.
What you do find, kind of, fortunately, I guess, is a small box, basically the only merch that seems to be left. Kind of like under a bunch of rubble. You do find 4 healing potions as a
I was just
last
thinking
gift from Yennefer.
Only the Rui characters cared about this whole campaign. Healing potions.
The
I tucked the box
irony.
of healing potions into my bag with
Yep.
tears streaming down my face.
Mm-hmm.
But then also, out of character, your girl, besides Sula, has a bingo.
Hey, hold up now. Stay a while.
So,
Wait, did you?
Maida?
Sorry, I'm not gonna derail this. Never mind.
So, Maida, as you're kind of flying through the bazaar, you notice Namira just sitting on a basically rubble, just crying, depressed.
Did you did you find somebody?
I've just gotten the report. Both my siblings were killed in the attack.
I'm so sorry.
Maybe if I had been there, I could have done something. I could have.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I mean, you can't blame yourself, right? The forces at work, and I mean, it just was an absolute travesty.
I was too distracted. My stupid oath pulled me away from them. Now they're gone.
Their spirit still lives on within you, though.
That won't be enough.
She said it won't be enough.
That won't be enough. Yeah.
What in the?
My platitude
Uh,
failed.
Well, best thing we can do is remember them and honor their legacy and celebrate the things that they did in their lives.
No. The best thing that I can do now is kill every single one of those motherfuckers.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Not to let anything else distract me from that. And for the first time, she kind of turns to look at you.
And I feel what?
Scared. Not scared.
Okay.
You
Can I
know
get
it's
can I get a mimic of the face that I'm looking at?
just
You don't have. You don't have to.
angry and sad. This is like chew a lot of range in one face. Um. Anyways, she says you again really inside check. Don't need it. Not need it. But you realize at this time what distraction means, and it seems to be you are the distraction that she is referring to.
Well, the cycle of hatred only leaves everybody empty at the end.
I am already empty.
Are you going to force others to feel the same thing that you are right now? Will that make you
They
feel less empty?
there won't be anything left of them to feel that.
That is very short-sighted. Everybody has connections in this world. No singular person could leave this world and have zero connections and no one feel anything for them.
I don't feel like yelling, but she basically yells at you. Then I'll break the connections as well. I've been the peacekeeper of this nation for too long. Now, all I can do is be a destroyer of nations. That's
Oppenheimer?
what I will be good at.
Bless you.
We
You
would like.
mustn't you mustn't use your powers for such destruction. As destruction breeds more destruction, and the nothingness that you feel at the moment surely is not the nothingness that you can become within a broken state of nothing.
Mida, make a I'll take it. Wisdom saving throw.
Is this like
Oh, it's coming
do
from
I
her.
do I feel like it's an attack?
It is not. It won't do damage. Um, so I'll say no.
That then I'll auto fail.
With that in mind, it is not friendly. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that's fine. As
Okay.
like it doesn't the intent doesn't have to be neutral or like positive, right? But like it's not like a I'm gonna burn alive. Like she's not like
No.
shooting shit. Yeah, okay, yeah, I
Okay.
auto fail.
You feel intense fear wash over you as Namira
Okay.
just glares at you, and she just, as does that, she says, "This is what they will all feel before I rip their throats. Dismember their loved ones and vaporize their souls. We are done here."
Can't and won't say anything or move.
Yeah, and she walks away from you. Poppy,
Hello.
you hear a scream in the
Hi.
distance.
would like to run in that direction.
and you quickly assess what it's about as you see Clarissa kneeling next to a body.
No.
As you just hear her holding her sister's hand. She just yells, Olympe! Olympe! I somebody, and she's just trying to lift her sister up.
I'd like to check for a pulse.
And you wait a few seconds, but there's not a pulse.
If her eyes are open, I just sort of drag my fingertips over them to close her eyes. And then I try to pull Clarissa not away from the body, but turn her head from looking at her dead sister.
And doesn't she resists, but it's not much effort as you pull her to look at you and just how am I'm all alone now.
You're not alone. Don't. You don't need to look at this.
She she was the strong one. She, I was the pretty and smart one. That was
She protected you until the end.
she well, she did shoot me with an eldritch blast to push me away, and that did hurt a little bit. Um, but we could have figured it fair.
I fight back tears. She would have wanted you to live.
How it hurts, Poppy.
I know, Clarissa. I know.
And she just gives you a hug, buries her head in your shoulders.
We'll bury her in a field and we'll make her a stone and she'll stay with you. It won't be the same, but you're not alone. You have to remember that no matter what happens to you, you're not alone.
And she just continues to cry on your shoulder.
I I pull a blanket out of my camping supplies in my bag and I pull it over Olympe's body. Come on, we need to get you to safety. You can't stay out here. We'll be back for her.
She just after a while she gets up and lets you kind of guide her to where they're basically taking survivors, kind of a medical area. Patrick, um, as you're kind of walking among the rubble, you see kind of being carried is the dead body of Jordan, with many different like rubble sticking through his torso, kind of bits of buildings and stuff like that. Um, any thoughts that you have?
What would he specialize again? Was it armor or like weapons?
It was like kind of just like heavy armor, like two-handed weapon and stuff like that.
Um, maybe out of like some sort of sense of like honoring the dead, I will like see if I could approach and maybe remove some of the shrapnel and various things impaling him and
Mm-hmm.
um try to at least position him kind of honorably and in a medieval fashion with the two-handed weapon like across his chest,
Yep.
and maybe like his hammer forged in the other if I can find it.
Yep.
But really just silent.
Yeah.
Just kind of meekly and slowly moving, but no supreme reaction.
Yep. Otto, you walk over to where Rule's building used to be.
Yeah, he's in the basement somewhere. I can feel it.
And you search all over the area, looking for a basement, looking for any sign that Rule may have survived. Um, the only the only sign of the old kobold who cared for you so many times. The only sign of him that you find is his kind of burned at this point, but uh, intact uh, metal prosthetic arm that he had. That is the only sign of Rule that you're able to find in the rubble.
No teeth, no bones,
No teeth, no bones,
just arm.
just arm.
Putting that as a half. I'm putting that as a half. Okay.
I'm gonna walk over and pick it up
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of survey the area. Anything else I've missed somehow?
You can make your perception check.
Oh, that's a 10. Yikes.
Just looking around, you don't see anything. There's nothing that seems to be left of his collection, his anything that he worked. There's certainly no sign of the old mechanic Rule.
Oh no. We're just gonna clean off the arm and sit down.
Mhm.
Give it a nice cleaning with whatever supplies I have.
Grace, um, as you were kind of walking around, hearing all the different reports that have come through, Yachi eventually wakes up.
I have kept her as pressed into my shoulder as humanly possible
Mhm.
through all of this. I'd like to imagine probably in a moment of attempted like warmth, comfort. I'm actively not, in that whole thing where we're walking through rubble, hitting the occasional S-track straggler.
Yep.
I'm leaning much more on my party to be doing that if that
Yep.
is happening.
Yep.
'Cause I'm just walking out of the crater that is where a Tarask and a strong man once stood.
Hmm.
Um, but carry on.
As she wakes up, she just kind of looks around and says, "Grace, how are you? Are you okay? Are we?" She begins to try and look around at everything. What? The tra- where? Where's Cordy? Where? Where's Cordy? Or where? Grace. She begins to try and struggle meekly against you.
We won.
But I I was supposed to keep him fighting. Keep him. That was my purpose. That was my world.
Yeah.
My
What he was doing was far beyond any reach of magic. It was a show of force, a contest of pure will. He shrugged off death itself, 10 minutes straight, solemn and resolute in his duty. Even solemn, smile and laugh a little bit like he always does. But as he grappled the beast, he was truly the leader we've known in the house.
when he finished saying that, she just kind of turns her head towards the arena and just says, I can bring him back. I can save him. I can." And she just begins to like try and push, and like when that probably does not work, she just weakly begins like hitting your chest and just says, "I can save him. I can save him. I can."
Every single rap of these enfeebled fists wounds my heart more than any. Well, I won't say any, but than a lot of battles I have fought in the past. Just, I'm sorry. He truly found the battle he was looking for. And he won. David, he won.
Was he the strongest? And she just kind of like leans her head forward into your chest.
Yeah. Not just for holding in place, but for making a sacrifice none of us could have ever made. But as I say that, like Graith really internally hesitates. Like frankly, deception check in a sense, you know? Frankly, deception
Yep.
check.
Sure.
Double checking. I don't think I'm proficient in lying. Yeah, 14.
Lying to self.
I mean, I'll elaborate at least internally, but you know,
Yeah. Right.
you know, Kraith is a man who has at least one time sacrificed himself, whether or not that was about a foolish pride or if it was the blossoming of a true friendship, a true alliance, an ivory pact, if you will. Unclear at that time. Then, you know, following his resurrection, Kraith was willing to sacrifice the entire world just to save a few people. And I guess, you know, seeing one guy sacrifice himself for the good of a lot of people, people he didn't even know. You know, not just his trusted friends, but I guess for the betterment of his world at least. But also simultaneously leaving seemingly his most important person behind. There's a lot of inner conflict that is not getting resolved right now. But at least on the outside, Graith is doing his damnedest to, you know, extol the strength of Cordier as he questions his own strength.
And as reports kind of keep coming in, more kind of people you've met around town have kind of been confirmed, um, including Silstrelma passing, Trippy, Inner Tavern. Passing. Tattoo Brothers, Carpe and Diem, both dying. Yennefer, Nora, I think y'all talked to once, so maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Many Hidden Knives, Mrs. Sharktooth, Jorn, Rule, and Olympe. All in all, you hear that the number of casualties is around 1,500 civilians, about 45 adventurers, 4 co-captains, and 3 guildmasters are counted among the dead. As the sun begins to as it begins its descent towards the end of this very long day, you all, including in all the adventurers, receive a letter, one of Jin's letters. It's a summons. At the ruins, beneath the arena, where you all took your oaths.
Is there like a general address, or is it addressed to like Godric, Rui, or is it addressed to like a group of people that we know ourselves to be counted as?
Each letter is addressed individually.
Okay. I was just trying to get a feel of who might be there.
Yep. But they all say the same thing.
Get your ass to the ruins.
A summons where the king can talk through the losses the Shah has felt today, the adventures have felt today, and also confess why this has all happened.
Confess?
It sure does say confess, yeah.
Come again?
Hmm?
Come again?
So basically, the letter says basically to talk through, commemorate the loss that Ashana has felt today, the adventures have felt today, and for the king to confess why this has happened.
I see.
We'll assume that you all are kind of close to each other, even if you aren't like talking to each other or right next to each other. You're all have gone through a crazy day. You're probably very reserved. But at this, you all probably kind of gather and get together again to head that way. I assume.
Yeah, as long as Namira did not walk in the direction of my friends,
Yeah.
because I can't get closer to her.
By this point, you were no longer afraid of her, but
yeah,
at least not by a spell. I'll put it that way.
Well, something is physically stopping me. I'm taking Achi with me.
Yeah, no, nothing is. She's definitely stayed with you through all this. Clarissa will be back at the med bay at this point, I guess. Medical bay. Medical tents. We'll call it that. That's better. As you all kind of group back together again and begin to kind of walk towards the arena, a young boy stands ahead of you with holding a sword pointed at you all.
Who dis?
And the boy just says, and he's very shakily holding the sword, and he just says, "You adventurers, you've taken everything from me. Me parents are dead because of you." He just holds it weakly. I wanted to be just like you. I wanted to be a hero. Now I'm the last of my line. I'm the only shark tooth left.
Oh no.
Ah!
Who said this?
Are we
You
little
just
boy?
had
Just
me in the
hold
first half, not gonna lie, but now
Where is he?
I
We'll
haven't
take
put
him
on
in as
screen.
my own.
Haven't put him on screen yet, but on that little cliffhanger, we will take a break.
Oh my god.
somebody's gonna get smashed
after
to fucking
an
death.
emotionally taxing hour, we will take a 10-minute break. So, oh man, hello and welcome back to Ashana Rising. We took a much needed mental health break. Basically, we were just talking about all the people that died in the big Jurassic attack. Just rewind for a little bit if you want to get that full recap, I guess. And then like this guy who's claiming to be like the last shark tooth showed up. We'll get into that, I guess. Ooh ha ha. So yeah, basically he said as he kind of pointed his sword at y'all as you were walking towards the arena was hates adventures, wanted to be an adventurer. His adventures fought his parents are dead. Then said he was the last shark tooth.
But he's not on screen yet. Oh, wait, is that
He's
him?
on
Oh, that's him.
He is on screen now. Yeah.
Yo. Eren yet.
Nigga.
That's what he
Come
looks
on.
like. That's what
Look
this
at his
token
heart.
looks like.
That is what that
Alright.
looks like.
That's pretty on par. uh,
Just because Mida would be the only person to maybe remember this, and then I'll tell you all out of character, I guess. Mida, make a history check. What's advantage?
Mida?
Why not?
Hey Mida, can you explain this one? Hey Mida,
I
Mida.
don't know. I don't know what I'm planning, to be honest. History. Vantage roll. 14.
14. You have like the like this guy looks so familiar to you, and like you have a pretty good memory, and this guy just looks so familiar to you, but you just cannot pinpoint it. It's like maybe you weren't paying attention when this happened. Maybe it's just the fact that he kind of looks like Sharktooth minus eye patch. Don't know, but this guy he just seems so familiar. Out of character answer. This is the guy who Gore scared out of Lottie at the Adventures exam.
oh my god.
I love it.
Oh, so he hates us.
Is he holding a knife?
He's holding a sword that he can barely lift.
Can I disarm him?
Sure. I'll call it a grapple check. I'll let you
Oh,
use
man.
acrobatics. I'll let you use acrobatics.
Let me.
I was going to tell him to cut me up.
Put out my heart, it's already broken.
This is my last resort.
No, I should have slapped him with Rule's hand.
I got a 15.
You won't believe me, but I did roll.
Higher.
A nat 20!
Wow.
As you try to just like kind of push the sword out of the way, he just quickly points at you, and you kind of reflexively take a step back.
I'm going to step up.
Okay.
Yep.
Push Poppy out
Careful,
of the
Shark
way.
2 Junior. You might get added to the list, bro. Watch out.
I tell him even though I am unsuccessful.
And while Poppy's talking, I'm going to slap him across the face with Rule's hand.
Make a unarmed attack, I guess.
Unarmed attack.
Sure.
Wait a minute.
Sure.
An unarmed attack with an arm? That's specifically with an arm.
See, the arm was unarmed, so therefore.
18?
Oh yeah, you hit him in the face hard enough that he drops the sword. Yeah, he just.
I wouldn't wish the life of an adventurer on anybody. We will carry the burden of all these deaths until we die. And
that won't bring back me dad, me
you
mom.
think you're the only one who's lost people? Look around you. You don't. What about their suffering, their pain?
But
What
if I
about the
had-
people we've lost trying to save your lives and then failing while
If-
those die around us? Everybody's hurting.
he's just like crying. Just if that Loxodon had scared me out of line, maybe I would have been a strong adventurer, and I could have
Not a guilt trip me, Garrett.
He died. That Loxodon gave his life to help others. That's the life you're looking at. We've got marked days, but you're not an adventurer, and you're not dead.
And he just kind of falls to his hands and knees and just says, I know me dad, he tried to tell me he told me the Lockstar was a good guy. He said he was going to pickpocket it for him, and then but he just got convinced because he was just such a charismatic guy, and he wouldn't. Now he's gone, and now my mom's gone. Now he just like staring, like crying at the ground.
Let me take you to the rest of the survivors. You don't need to be alone right now.
And he just kind of reluctantly gets up, and as you kind of help him to the tent.
Before leaving him there and rejoining the group, I just tell him, you don't need to be an adventurer. Look around you, all these people. You can help them here, where you're at. Help rebuild this place. And honor the memory of those that you've lost.
But what if it all gets destroyed again?
Then maybe one day you'll have a son and he'll help you rebuild then. We just have to do what we can.
And he just kind
Listen,
of
kid.
says, go ahead.
Something my great grandmother used to say is that if it's still bad, it ain't over yet. So just keep on going.
Thank you, bird person.
I give him a
Yeah.
thumbs up.
Let him have it, Rude. So just let him have it. He's trying.
I'm too distraught right now.
But he sits on the kind of the makeshift bed that you kind of lead him to, which does happen to be next to Clarissa's side point.
Where are we going with this?
Before I leave the kid, I pull out some money and I give him 800 gold.
This is more than I've ever had, ma'am. I mean,
It's okay. You have to take care of yourself now, and it might be expensive at first, so this is just to help keep you fed and keep a shelter over your head. It's the least we can do.
your dad would have bought a lot of slingshots with this.
Well, don't do that. But I don't
Did
know.
Did you know me dad?
I did. He was a he was a character.
Do you know how he died? All we were told is that he went missing. He had got on a boat.
That's
And
all we know either. He went with us, but he disappeared. And we haven't been able to find him yet. To be honest, there's a lot of people we haven't been able to find. But we've just got to keep trying.
he visited me in a dream once. He said, "Take care of mom," and he just kind of like lays back in like just this like circle of emotion, just like losing it.
Get some rest, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I look over at Clarissa. Is she asleep? Okay,
She's
etc.
asleep. She's asleep. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. I rejoin the group with Rui.
Yep.
Wait, is
Um,
his sword still over here?
oh yeah. Would you like to pick it up?
Yeah.
Make a strength check.
Oh no. No,
What is it?
not one.
Hilariously, you wanted to roll low. Didn't want you to roll that low. You like go to pick it up, but you like step on it first, and it just breaks. It was like a rusted through sword. It was
Oh,
like like if you had picked
oh
this up with too much
no.
strength, it would have just broken. like
Oh no.
like if you had swung that at all, would have broken in the air. Like
Oh. Oh. Oh, now I feel bad. Do I have any spare swords? I don't.
you have a crossbow.
No, I have a rapier. I have a rapier.
I don't think he needs a sword.
So you're saying he needs a crossbow as I start to pull that off my back?
No, nobody needs a crossbow, Otto. Put that away.
I only got a rapier, a greatsword, and a crossbow. What does he need?
Perhaps a
Otto,
mace. I hand him mine.
no, I don't think he needs any weapons.
Wait, his sword just broke. What do you suggest?
He's an emotion. I suggest that not everybody needs to take up fighting. The kid could barely hold a rusty sword. If he runs into battle pointing a crossbow or swinging a mace, he's gonna get himself killed.
Well, that's
He's
why I retrain
safer.
him.
Otto, we don't have time to train him.
Not right now, but and I
Otto,
open up my calendar scroll and I just start crying behind it
we're not.
as everything finally starts hitting me all at once.
Uh-huh.
How old is he, Garrett?
Sharktooth Junior is about 12.
Okay, yeah. If he starts training now, he's about of age. I mean, he'll be way ahead of his generation.
During all this commotion, I'm gonna hold up my letter to
Yep.
He'll be a legendary fighter by the time he's 16.
and kind of-
Not everyone's meant for this life.
and kind of flex it at Kraith and just like give him a nod, and I'm just gonna walk toward where we need to go to answer the summons. Just while they're arguing about that.
No, I can use some answers myself.
And you all head to the arena. Yes, more so what used to be the ritual room. All of the surviving adventurers are gathered there. Some looking in much better shape than others. Only specific call out I want to do at the moment is Merlara does have a broken arm. Anything else? Just
Kaiser on screen.
And Kaiser on screen. Yachi kind of like rushes over to join the rest of the Searing Ash. Kaiser's kind of like reluctantly staring to the back of the Searing Ash, but Lara's standing next to him, I guess to make sure he doesn't run away. But yes, this is all that is left of a in a room that used to barely fit all the adventurers now. Seems to fit them much more comfortably. The Broilcore and the King are kind of solemnly on the other side. There's a few timid, mild greetings between groups as you walk in, but
Who's like eyeing Kaiser?
he sheepishly looks at your group and then just kind of looks down, clearly remembering that he abandoned you all to die, to save his sister. I did abandon you all, but didn't say anything to you all as you all walk in. Noticing that everyone who has been reported alive is here, the king starts and says, I know it's been a trying day for everyone here, and that probably the last thing that you all want to do is hear from your worthless leader. As I've had time to reflect on the attack a few things I've realized. One, this oath that we all took, as he kind of gestures to the floor where it does shine. We're kind of looking for the first time really at it, I guess. Now that's kind of been brought to attention. You all notice that it is the glowing of it is like basically runes in every adventurer's name that seem to be connected to like and just lines connecting you all together. Um, One note on that is, Poppy, you do find your name, and you find that there is no line connecting you, but it is still clearly on the ground, but it is not connecting you to everybody else. Just a quick note. But the king continues. This oath that thought bounded us together clearly puts many of you in more danger than any of you bargained for. This oath that is meant to represent what it means to be a true adventurer only endangered many of you, and while I cannot say for certain that the people that died today would have survived if they weren't being driven by this oath, this magical oath, I do feel that the oath has served its purpose. And he waves his hand over the oath, and the runes all dissolve, seemingly representing just a dissolution of your oath. Another thing that I've realized is that the various subfactions of the Adventurers Guild divided us too much, left us open for an attack much like this, where they could study each guild's particular strengths and weaknesses. For those of you that remain after today, there will be no more adventuring factions. There will only be one Adventurers Guild. And the last thing that I must confess before talking about what's next is why this happened. I'll start with being more transparent than I've ever been, I suppose. Quarter Mound is my brother.
Who's that?
Who?
Guys,
the
Quarter
guy-
Mound is the dictator of Estrax.
Okay.
Oh,
guys, come on.
I mean, I knew that.
Boopy. I know Boopy. I know Boopy more.
He is the brother that I told you all was killed by a royal court member gone rogue, Altadar.
I say
And-
under my breath simultaneously.
That much is true. What I never told anybody was that I tried to bring my brother back. I tried resurrecting my brother with the diamonds, and what I did not know is that Altadar, the man who originally found the Book of Evil Deeds, had already corrupted my brother with the book before I brought him back to life. And even though I had seen what my brother had become because of the book, I could not slay him, could not kill him. So instead, I banished him 20 years ago. And in those 20 years, he became Quarter Mound, a dictator who has raised army and taken over his country. I suspected this for many years. It's never was always too scared to confront the truth. And all of you have paid for it. That is something that I will never be able to forgive myself for. Before we can move forward, I suppose, I ask, or I say, if you no longer wish to be an adventurer of Stroni, you may leave. If you can no longer follow a king as untrustworthy as me, I understand, and you are welcome to take your leave.
Wait. Poppy speaks out, which I don't feel bad about because she always does that with the king. Very in character, don't be mad.
Mhm.
So you think just because you're related to the enemy that automatically makes you culpable for his actions? Yeah, you revived him, but you didn't make him do this. And whether or not all of these people around us want to be adventurers, well, I don't see how that has anything to do with it. We should choose to protect this place because we want to, yeah, but you're not at fault for this.
How many of you have I denied missions into Estrax? You, of course, know very well, Poppy. I've denied you saving your brother because of the what I feared Estrax would do. That's what I said at the time, and that isn't true. I've always denied missions that would have maybe prevented this. I knew may have prevented an attack against Astrana because I was afraid the secret would get out. He just kind of looks at you all. Many of you have been wronged by Estrax before. Many of you are refugees from Estrax. And you see, a few people kind of like look down at that, including Muriel, from the frequent friend Muriel, among others. Namira being another one. My inaction for 20 years is the reason that this has happened. Because I was scared of what my people would think what would happen to my position if it got out that my brother was a dictator that I had let go. After what comes next, I will no longer be king of Ashana.
Then
But
you're a coward.
yes, I
You're
was.
gonna give up now after everything that's happened? It's fine if you, I don't even care, had this inaction in the past, but to leave us now when people out there need you, did you see the dead? To give up the burden now, that would be a tragedy.
He holds up his hand and says, I will not be giving up my position until after Estrax and Quartermon have been vanquished. But then I will no longer be king. But I will not ask any of you to fight in a war that never should have been yours. So I will ask again. If you know, or say again, if you no longer wish to be the mentor of Ashana, you may take your leave. War is not what you all were trained for. Helping people was what was asked of you. That out there, as he gestures to the city, that's war. That is what could be waiting for all of you to continue being adventurers. I don't ask you all to turn away from me out of cowardice, but hopefully save you, those of you who do not need to take my burden any longer. He again just kind of drops his hand and kind of gives you all a moment to kind of speak amongst yourselves.
I'd like to go last as like a closing thing. I'll if y'all want to say anything, but I just want to get in the queue towards the end if there's a queue at all, a role play queue.
Hmm. Yeah, I just want to back talk.
Are we talking amongst ourselves or responding to the king?
You can,
Oh,
but I mean, he's kind of offered it to talk amongst yourselves, but you can still. He's still in the room. He's still available to
Y'all
throw
have
eggs at or talk to.
reservations? Y'all mean y'all think before you just yell things at people?
I do. My character might not, but
Mm.
this is me in every social situation.
Well, I better not see a single one of you leaving that door.
I mean, what else is new? Isn't this like what you guys do like every day? Like risk your lives and shit?
Some would argue that adventuring is a little more fun, but the way I've seen it, this is our lot in life. We're surrounded by death and we get through it.
I'm gonna say to no one in particular, I guess, um, that well, I swore an oath, and it doesn't matter if those things are gone or that you waved it away or whatever. I swore an oath to protect the people of this city and the people of this land. So I'm not abandoning them now.
The king just kind of nods as he again just kind of scans the room as people, as again the group, kind of different groups and factions are talking amongst themselves. But
I'll cook if nobody else wants to.
Well, I don't give a hell about the oath. As y'all can see, I was the one who left before all this, but here I am, still standing and still willing to fight, not because some magic compels me to, but because we're the only ones that can.
If I back
That's
out now, you're never gonna give me a full-time adventurer's position. Ain't no way.
How'd the intern get here?
Just wait, what the fuck? Weeble's here.
people. I think you might have lost your chance to be an adventurer. Sounds like they don't exist anymore.
Actually,
we're
he
like
said
one.
that. He said
we're
it's
like
just one guild. It's just one
we're like
big
one
guild.
big-
To be fair, the decision might not be yours anymore, but I'd still like your favor.
That is true. We
If
did really just go really hard in that competition to form our own guild, and now there's no guilds.
Gleeble really
We
said, y'all do
can-
this every day after a week of playing sports.
This is fun.
Y'all do this every day?
Level,
notably,
if you go write your name in the area that he just, erased, destroyed, you'll become an adventurer. Trust me.
notably,
say-
Wait, okay, wait. Roll deception against me.
Oh no!
Wait, what?
I got a 19.
Wait, what do I roll in defense?
insight. See if he's messing with you.
Oh, I'm actually very insightful. Okay.
Oh, okay, good. Thank
I
God.
got a nat 20. It's 26.
Oh,
Okay,
thank
so
God.
I will say, notably, Cleveland did get a letter inviting him to this.
Oh, damn.
He did get his own letter.
Oh.
I work for your boss, not for you. All right. Everybody, I'll cook a little bit. If you are quite done feeling bad for yourself, there are more pressing issues at play here, King. Now, I swore an oath to the people of this land an honor-bound promise, not to you, but kind of wincing a bit. Through the bonds I have forged, my friends and those around me, I realize there are more important things at play here. And just as I have had to realize that all of the bad things in this world are not of my own doing, so must you. The war and Ashana were inevitable. If not your brother today, then Ladovos the next, Marowbeck the next, Idramol the next, you name it. There was an inevitability through bad actors and dark forces in this realm. Not merely the ones you engender. Now on this day, many adventurers, braver and stronger than any of us really, have given it all so we may be here. It would be a profound weakness to leave now. In honor of those who persist and those who gave it all. Stand and fight.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm gonna
Gotcha,
look at
bridge
the
me up.
gaping hole in my chest as he says stand and fight.
Not bad. Hold up. Persuasion?
Yep.
24.
Ooh.
I looked at 18. I thought it was a 13 for a second. I'm like, yeah.
As you kind of look around as you give that speech, you notice that there are a lot of adventurers who seemed hesitant, seemed like they were moving towards the door, but you seem to have given them enough resolve to stay. And not a single adventurer seems to leave the room.
Not a single one.
Hmm?
Not a single one. Not even like a couple.
Not even a
Not
couple,
like
like each.
Sula.
Not even Sula.
Not like
He
even
just-
a couple, so I can do some roleplay stuff too.
Just a few of them start to. Sure, there's still a few that leave, so you can get your moment too.
Okay, thank you.
I was like, "Are you sure?" Yeah, I'm sure. Are you? But like, are you sure about being sure?
Sure.
Are you
There's
done,
gonna be a
Craig?
lot more. So I was.
Yeah, I fizzled it out at the end. I had nothing else to add.
All right. Then after being really not, I don't think I've said a word to anyone all session. I still see maybe a couple
A little bit more.
people like walking to the door, and I like step between them and the door,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna start yelling at them. I'm gonna say, "Get your asses back in line!" And yes, the king has made a mistake. He showed mercy when he shouldn't have, and he made some poor decisions. But you're all willing to give up on him after he stand up there in front of us all and admitted his mistakes. Does the oath mean nothing to you? You first chance you get, you cut tail and leave. As if you wouldn't have gotten killed by as if all those people wouldn't have gotten killed by the Tarask anyways. It's like Kraith said, war is upon us. Whether we might risk it or not. And I'm getting so mad that I accidentally activate my form of dread.
Yep.
I accidentally punched Kaiser again.
Otto's arm slips with the robot arm.
Any of you fuckers speak out, Gondar gets it.
What?
And
I'm memeing.
I just realized what you said. um, and I'll just I guess kind of finish by saying, and if you're going to abandon us now, then you're unworthy of the oath you took, and you're a traitor to the kingdom, and I will treat you as such. As I take like a offensive stance.
Yep. Make an intimidation check with advantage.
Uh, 26.
They all scatter back to line. Some more dignified than others. Just to pinpoint a few, they are, I guess, somewhat notable who I arbitrarily chose. 4 Solar Guard members, including Seraphine, who was in the pie eating contest. Lisbeth and Lago from, of course, the Blitzball fame. Lucas, who was like one of the top rising adventurers who might have competed against. Igor, who again, that was who Kraith fought in the finals. Nearbeth, who, God damn it, I grabbed the wrong one. Shit, I meant Axel.
There
Golly,
he is.
grabbed the wrong one. They look the same.
Come on now.
All storm arrows look the same, anyways.
Come on now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Whoa. Anyways, so Axel, Nearbeth, who was boyfriends to Broggy and member of Bar Crawl Crew. No one talked to her. And Orabelle from Auction Thing. But they all basically through either fear or passion go back to the line. The king kind of scans the room a few more times, seeing if that resolve holds. And he kind of steps forward to speak. And then stops moving.
No, fuck.
Elaborate.
And you quickly scan across the room and notice that they are the only ones in the room who seem to be able to move at the moment.
Oh,
Well, this isn't good.
okay. Is this does this seem familiar to me?
No, not like that. No.
Okay.
What? It's not though.
When I notice this, can I Arcana check?
You sure can.
That sounds like I'm not gonna get anywhere. Not one.
What's magic, bro?
We don't have a portable hole.
I got a bag of holding.
Yeah, that's what I got too. I need a portable hole.
But
never giving us one of those again.
tried to during the one shot.
I took it.
Oh damn it.
So somebody in the world has one.
But you hello configure. Feeble.
Hello?
Feeble configure camera.
Weeble said I'm out.
Is that the face reveal?
I'm trying. It the video froze. Okay, I'm back.
So that was a face cam for Otto right there.
Just like
I'm pink now.
I like it.
Cute.
It is quickly I guess established that there's another person in this room as they walk towards you who is not affected by this. More Phil, the man in the exhibition who was able to take down Namira in a seemingly split second.
I see.
For sure this isn't a thing from Godric.
Why does he look like an evil character? He's
This
got
is-
emo hair.
He's got the Morth prefix. He's evil for sure.
Hair?
He's freezing time and making everyone be creepy. I don't like him.
I thought that was a
Um,
hood. Hold up.
And as he begins to undo the bandages around his eyes, he says, "You all are heading down quite a difficult path on your current trajectory.
Emmett?
Did you freeze time just to tell us that? I don't know if you've been around, but there has not been an easy time for our group.
Oh, I am quite aware, actually. It's actually to make a confession of my own, since we're all
No, he's
confessing."
hot.
Wait,
Does he
wait,
pick up-
hold on. Are we talking about Ladovos or Zarathos or the Raven Queen? I mean, I'm losing track here.
What's Zarathos going to do with anything, Godric?
You see, it's actually a bit of all of those things.
Oh, fucking. Oh, great.
You're not really on a good path at all. But I am all about transparency like our king. So let me start with introductions. I am Idle Tildar,
Oh, I see.
the man who set Quartermawn on his path.
Oh, so you're the bad guy?
I suppose that is a perspective in the world.
That's
you-
what bad people say.
Everyone has perspective. For example, my first artifact, the Book of Good Deeds. I thought the entire world was this perfect little thing. Nothing could ruin that. I had seen everything good in the world. And then one day I found in a dungeon the Book of Vile Deeds, and my curiosity got the best of me. So after attuning to that artifact, I saw so many terrible things that the world would commit, that my friends would commit. But one truly terrible thing. But the book did reveal to me that if I take this path that I am on, I would do many terrible things, but one day those actions would prevent the most terrible thing that it could ever happen. But again, part of transparency. You all, I've known you for quite some time, though you do not know it. To some of you, I was just a traveler in a path in the valley of the Gale, who may have whispered in your ear tales of adventurers, Rui. Or maybe I was just sitting at a bar in Norwich, happened to mention that there was mysterious magic in the Fey Woods, to Godric, leading to a chance encounter between you four, as he gestures to Poppy, not Gleeble, Poppy, Godric, Rui, and Otto. Or maybe I was the one who sent Izix into the desert, where he would eventually find Mida. Or I dragged a sleeping Kraith after his development in power, after his encounter with Grits, just so that Hugor could find him. Maybe I was even the guard who was giving you all such a hard time that led to you all meeting in the line for the adventures exam. You may know me from all of those things, and a few more, perhaps, making sure that you all would meet, would become adventurers together, would be on this path together in time. And he just kind of scans your faces, kind of waiting for a reaction.
I look incredibly impatient,
Hmm.
and a lot of it is just flying over Puppy's small brain head.
Is there any particular reason that you wanted all of us to meet, or were you just having some fun playing matchmaker?
Oh,
And
you are all quite important, though you don't know it yet. To preventing
Tell me
this
about it.
disaster.
We already saved the world once. I think we know it pretty important.
I think
True, but Darius is a mere footnote in your all's story.
I'm quite exhausted of people playing God with the world and their fancy little books. You saw the book of good and everything was shiny, and then the book of bad made it so dark, but you're only seeing the world with one eye on each side. Sense does any of this make?
It's quite simple, really. You all will fail if you do not change your trajectory. You all will each die, just like Hugor.
You keep his name out of your goddamn mouth.
I mean, he's not saying anything we don't know. We're all going to die eventually. Congrats, what a magic trick.
Some of us have died
Please.
already, so I mean, it'd come back again.
Yes, but do any of you truly know what it feels like to have a friend's knife in your back? Because that is the type of deaths that I'm talking about.
I cut him off. Why as he starts talking about that?
Oh,
All right. Enough with the utilitarian rabble. All right, the ends never justify the means. Doesn't make it okay, whatever you're trying to do. And just because bad things happen most of the time doesn't mean there's no worth in pursuing happiness and goodness. The weight of evil does not overshadow the presence of good.
Bobby's cursing under her breath that Godric said it better than she ever could. God,
Hmm.
why didn't I think of that?
Bad things do happen all the time, as do good things. And you could pursue happiness. But I guess what I'm really offering today, what is stopping any of you from pursuing revenge? He just kind of scans you all.
I don't need it.
Hmm.
I got like rocks.
Really? You don't need revenge on Captain Noback for killing Sharktooth and avenging that poor boy's father? You don't need revenge
No,
on Lucius Vonner for evaporating your friend?
no.
You don't need revenge on Quartermon for destroying your city?
You underestimate the strength of our hearts if you think the only thing that drives us is revenge. The pain that we cause others can never amount to what we've lost. Revenge won't bring back Hugor. It will never heal the wounds that it's caused. Why would we want to go down that road?
It would
Wounds,
only
that's.
cause more
we don't need
wounds.
to run off on our own. We can plan a better thing together. All of us, not just the 7 of us.
Wound is a great point as well. Look at your very own scars, Poppy. Does Darkar not deserve your revenge? What about saving your brother? What about avenging your mother? No, you all will need revenge. Some more than others.
Again, as if he's cueing me. I cut him off. Lucius Varner will get his. You can be sure of that. But what I want
How
to know
many
is what? Sorry, go ahead.
and how many of your friends will die before he gets your vengeance?
Hopefully none. But I'm no god. It's not for me to say.
And from what I can tell, neither are you.
Oh no.
Dar.
I don't know about
merely-
that one.
Oh no, you're correct. I am merely a humble servant to the world.
Is there a point for you trying to goad us with our own pain?
No. Like I said, I just needed you all to be aware of the paths ahead of you. And to let you know that you will need me. For I can ensure your vengeance on anybody.
I think I'm done bargaining with the evil players in this game.
I regrettably and shamefully ask, how?
Ah,
Look over at Godric like, what?
I can help you unlock your artifacts further. I can find anybody in the world. There are several things that I can do to ensure that you all get stronger. And most importantly, that you all survive.
What do you want though for that? What do you get out of it?
Does it
Like I
matter,
said,
Ruby?
I get to prevent a great disaster in this world.
What is the great disaster that you're talking about?
It will come shortly.
2 Tarasks.
How many dice?
How many dice?
No, how many days? Sorry. I'm looking for a number. A specific number?
A few months.
So just so we're clear, not in 30 days.
Doesn't say it.
All right.
I would do
If we decide
anything.
that we
I would do anything to prevent my friend from committing this disaster in the world.
You won't even tell us what the disaster is, but you want to offer us the riches of the world and answering the darkest desires that might linger in us.
I'm a
Say
man
there
who's
is a
seen many
path.
futures.
Say there is a path forward, and you confess there are ways in this world we can get stronger. And yet you are blind to realize there are other paths, ones even you cannot see.
Oh, I'm aware that there are many other paths. I'm just telling you of the one that will guarantee your survival.
I'd
If-
rather
How we know you're
die
not
than be
lying?
your pawn.
What'd you say, Rue?
I said, how we know that you're not lying?
I suppose you never will, but why would I talk to you all at all if I didn't want to be truthful? I could have lied right here and just said I was the best person in the world to you all, but in fact waited until I was confirmed an evil person to you. I had no reason to tell you that I brought you all together. So clearly not all of my acts are evil, are they?
No,
Unless you're saying this group's formation shouldn't even have existed in the first place.
your half truths and lies of omission are more damning.
I personally don't care whether you're lying or telling the truth. I want no part in whatever you have planned. If I die, then I die. Voice breaking, Poppy admitting she's fallible.
Um, and and who are you to say what should or should not have happened? It doesn't matter because it has. And what's happened has happened. And I say this, not really sure if I believe it, and I'm like also saying it to myself and like trying to encourage myself. And I'll say, I'd rather gamble on love and goodness than resign myself to a life in a cycle of evil and revenge.
Can we pause for a second?
Yes.
Is this man telling us that we have to do bad things to prevent something really bad from happening? Is that what he's saying?
He's offering. He has
Exactly.
only said he's offering you a path of revenge.
But he's saying that we have to take that revenge in order to prevent this bad thing that he knows is going to happen.
Correct. Yeah.
See, no. This is too Star Wars Anakin the Emperor for me. Like, oh, help you be powerful. Blah.
I have the high ground.
Um, but
Spoken
he's,
like someone who's never faced the high ground and its massive power, or else you wouldn't mock it.
If the outcome be preordained, then the die is already cast. You know the answers. Let us see the game through to the end.
Ruby, you don't need whatever this person has to offer.
Well, I don't need anything that he has to offer, but I do think I'd like to maybe try and prevent this bad thing from happening that he's talking about. I mean, if we can prevent it, why wouldn't we give it a go?
I wouldn't
The other
trust
ways
someone like him.
and better ways.
I mean, I also know he says that we have to take this revenge to prevent it, but I don't really. I mean, maybe I just would have to take. Maybe somebody stole something from me while I was, their hot guide or something, and that's the revenge I got to take. Maybe it's something real small,
For some of us, it's not a small thing. It's not something I can go through.
You wouldn't sacrifice just a little bit to save the whole world again.
I don't think causing my father pain for what he did to me can save anybody in this world. I think it only can cause more pain.
There will be pain regardless of what course of action we take. But we can shoulder that together instead of trying to go off on our own and harm others.
For all of his weaknesses, I will follow the king. I don't know who this person is in front of us, but I've seen the king's heart, and I think he can see a path forward. And I'm gonna believe in him. Oath be damned.
I may not fight for the king, but I will fight side by side with him. With everyone here. Allies and friends.
And you guys, Gleeble, Ida, Otto, Godric, Rui?
Of course. I mean, I'm not gonna. I thought we talked about this. Now it's not gonna be an official adventure.
I mean, I suppose. I think it is maybe worth some consideration.
Is he
But I'll do
listening
whatever.
to us?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Just kind of standing there smirking.
Is there a second him whispering into Rui's ear or some shit? Like, what are these crazy statements?
They don't have
It's like, there's a big bad, and Rui's like, huh.
any Krogan links? Any spell for Krogan links?
Rui,
Yes.
we haven't gotten a chance to speak yet, but You need to take it from me. It's not worth allying yourself with these. And I look at them, beings, whatever they are, and allowing yourself to be their puppet, even if you're trying to stave off something worse. And especially if it would cause you to jump in the cycle of revenge. Because what this guy isn't telling us is that if we take revenge on someone else, someone they love will just come and take revenge on us. And so on,
What?
and so on, and death, and dreary, and pain will be spread all across our land.
The world doesn't need any more Shark Tooth Juniors.
The cycle ends here. We must be better than this.
No more generational violence.
I didn't say
Okay,
that.
one more, but like for like a good reason this time, and then it's good. Like, it's like
We're gonna break the
What?
cycle. Believe it.
One more, and then
I just am sliding in Kratos quotes left and right.
yep. Otto, what was your check? What was the result of that check, Otto?
6.
6. And Atsadara looks at you as you seem to try to make connection.
Stop looking at me.
He just says, "You all do call revenge evil, but isn't
I don't-
revenge truly driven by love?
I
Is
don't
what
even
drives
know.
me.
What would I even get revenge for?
All the things he said.
No,
all the things he said running through
no.
my head, right?
No, Otto lives for the friends, not for all that shit.
Well, I will not be able to convince you today, but maybe once your hearts break again, you will need me." And he just kind of pulls a card out of his kind of pocket, lays it on the ground, and says, and he looks in particularly at Godric, "Burn that when you need me."
And what did he give me?
He on the ground he put a card.
Oh, okay.
Seems to be a card that has his name on it. And with that, time moves forward again, and he is no longer there or standing in line over that storm arrows. To be clear, no more Thor anymore. And no one seems to be any the wiser to what has happened. The king says,
I run
"Well,
over
thank
and
you all."
grab it before anyone notices. That way
Okay.
we don't start getting questions about it.
Okay. The king
Did he
continues.
disappear?
Yes, he has disappeared. The king continues and says, "Thank you all for your commitment to Ashana and its people. Next, we will go to war with Estrax. There are many people on their side in their country, enslaved by Quartermon and his rule that we will have to break free. We will have to gather our allies, let those that we have left to our side. But take the rest of tonight to mourn and prepare for the battles of tomorrow. We're all dismissed, except for those who were with Diary Pact."
Oh, are we in trouble?
Uh,
Yes,
No.
Come
trying to
on,
mourn.
dude.
Wanna mourn?
we're
Come on.
kind of friends with the king, I suppose you could say.
No, you're not. Oh my god, you
What?
hate that guy.
It's
He's not wrong.
complicated.
Maybe more like frenemies.
Yeah, they haven't seen all like the other talks Poppy and the king have had. We're tight.
Whatever
He's
you
like the
say, but
dad I
isn't he
never
like
had.
half the reason she quit? I mean, I love you, Poppy, but come on, let's be real.
You just
Oh.
met her. What do you mean you love her?
Can I headbutt Gleeble? This guy's getting out of line.
Let me kiss ass.
Hold up.
He
Hold up.
saw that I
Let
won
me
the
roll.
contest last year.
Let me roll. I am grabbing horns.
Let him have his chance. Give him a shot.
Let me roll.
Sure, an arm strike agreeable.
Ah! 21.
Is it 21 hit Weeble?
You mind do a knowledge check? Is that what I heard?
No, he's trying to punch you. He's trying to headbutt you, but
Oh,
so
yeah.
21 hit your AC.
Trying to share some knowledge with you.
Yeah.
He barely hit me, yeah. But
I
barely.
wanna
Let
stop
the record
this.
show.
I will give us
Right,
both
disappointed.
concussions right now.
Roll damage.
Oh, come on. I wasn't going to actually make him do all that. It was more for the vibe. Oh, I wasn't raging.
75.
It's like 8. I'm not raging, guys. It's okay.
8 bludgeoning damage, Gleeble.
Dome checking
No
Gleeble real quick.
Were you gonna like say something, or was it just the headbutt?
I was hoping that made the point pretty clear.
Everybody else begins to leave, walking past your group.
I just stroll right up to the king.
That body hurts.
I
King
hope it
Grim,
just like reverberated through your armor. Boing.
boing.
Some Scooby Doo shit.
King Miramov says to you all, the task for you all, as always, is perhaps the most difficult. You were the only team I can trust to. He tries to think delicately. Trust to work together and have each other's backs, protect each other. So I have a special mission for you all. Choice of special missions, really.
What do you need?
I either need you all to go to our allies and win them to our side as we prepare the front lines of war and march the armies to war. Or I need you to sneak into Estrax and incite rebellion amongst its people.
Do I have knowledge of Estrax to some extent from my extended stay?
Yeah. So you never would have met like another diplomat, but you do know basically what Darkarn told you is that what Darkarn said was that he actually runs a pretty nice place in Anaston compared to the other dictatorships across the cities of Estrax.
Do I have any
um,
experience with the villagers, not counting the dead ones?
The few villagers that you did see that weren't under some kind of trance, essentially, they do resent Estrax quite a bit. Though none of them would say it out loud, of course, anywhere near Darkarn, you or Waylon, but just something you picked up probably a few times as you kind of hit amongst the village. Definitely, there's definitely a large group of people that would rebel. It's just the power and drive to do so. There is an active rebellion as well. Keeps very secret, obviously, but there is a rebellion in Estrax as well. Probably, quite frankly, probably a few factions of that. But
I share this information. So, I personally would like to go to Estrax and help prepare the rebellion. I feel like I owe the people there, but I know this has to be a group decision.
I have a quick question. Are the
Mhm.
members of the royal court still alive? Or most of them, I guess.
Correct. Yes. The only members of the royal court that are not here are Waylon and Kelsador. No longer member, but they are all still alive. The most significant injury seems to be to Endem's arm, which is no longer there.
Okay. Yeah, Poppy. I think I might agree with you. I think we might be better suited to start starting a rebellion. Um, I don't think the leaders of other nations might like to talk to us. I think that sounds more of a royal courtly uh, mission to me.
We don't have good
I know.
relationships with diplomats.
Well, isn't Mida a diplomat?
Well, he might be the only one of us.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, I
I
don't know.
sure am.
Maybe Gleeble. I don't know. He seems kind of diplomatic.
I think I am actually kind of a diplomat. That's
I
kind
can
of a
be
footnote in my
quite proper
history.
when I need to be.
I don't know. It seems like we could split up, but I fear that might put us in more danger.
Any political relationships we
I
need?
agree.
I mean, I know where my strengths lie, and I also know where my friends' strengths are. Probably in terms of people who know Estrax, people who can hide in the shadows. There is no one I would ever put above you on such a mission.
You make me sound like a rogue. But
Think
no.
carefully. Think carefully.
I
Horror night.
I've
Like
dealt
even if we were split apart on missions, we'd still be, if not together in person, together in spirit. Each doing what they need to do according to their needs and the needs of others around them.
well, that's what makes the Ivory Pack different with the guild. We all have a choice here. So I say we put it to a vote if necessary.
Okay.
I mean, we're no hive mind, we're no collective. We are 6 of the most interesting individuals in Gleeble. So,
I'll
if
say
there is a
anything.
place you think you can work better, I will not stand in your way. Look, I don't
Places
want to deny anybody their cool plots, but like I need to be on the front line. Like I'm just saying.
I
Want you to be the
Kraith
cool
is
place.
right about me with my knowledge of the Esrex territory and my relationship with the people there, said very obviously strained. I think I am best suited for the stealth mission.
Out of character. And think about it this way, Dylan. If we split the party, you might have a unique opportunity with another party member, with fewer people present for so much drama. So much.
I mean, I love splitting the party.
It always
It's
goes
just
horrible.
nice.
Split up the clues.
All right.
Got a peak.
I'm gonna say. All right. Hold on. Poppy, I hear you, and e- everything in me wants to help you get back at your father and help you take him down. But
Wait, it's
Hey,
not about
Hey, don't worry.
that.
No, that was a lead-in phrase. He's gonna say something.
Okay, sorry.
we need to stay out of Estrax because that puts you closer to him. And after what we just heard, we need to stay away from anything that might provoke or incite a vengeful spirit in any of us against him. Or
Roderick,
we'll
I
be
don't.
doing exactly what that man wanted us to do.
That's the thing, Godric. I don't have a vengeful spirit. I don't really care about getting back at Darkarn. I care about making things right with the people I hurt. I don't have any interest in revenge. My father killed so many parts of me, and well, that would kill the only thing that's left that makes me me.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous to think in such absolutes. Who knows what you'll find upon rolling into the land? The mistreatment, the torturing. You're far too good to be unbothered by it. And I've
I've been
seen.
there. You just have to trust me, Godric.
Godric, you plotted in open defiance of the king to cross into the borders of Estrix once. Why not trust a friend on a mission
And
to Estrix?
besides, I won't be alone. I'll have Kraith there, and
Cards on the. All right. Cards on the table. I say, all right.
Oh,
We can't split. We can't split up. We can't. And I point at the king. We have something to talk about.
are
I'm
you okay?
gonna walk away from everyone.
The irony.
are there pens?
I don't-
Otto, are those pens? Are they coming out?
I just step away just to that way I can see everyone.
These aren't my pins.
And I
I
say,
didn't know y'all had pins.
and I say, look, I've been having dreams. Okay, I've been having nightmares
That sucks. I'm
for
sorry.
months.
Godric, I told you I could help with that.
I like the big brother, like. And as I like point my finger at you very like furiously and freshly, like, I drop it and I say, Zarathos has been sending his angels to torment me in my dreams. And he's given me 30 days to kill Rui.
Wasn't he not allowed to say that?
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for some shit to happen. Like,
Oh, wait, can I not say that?
I thought it was like secret and you couldn't tell us. Never mind. Carry on.
No redaction.
Nothing
Carry
happens
on.
yet.
All right, well, I didn't know that. So if
I could
if
be
there was-
misremembering it.
if there was something preventing me from saying that, I was under the assumption that I was too afraid to talk to anyone about it and afraid of dealing with the situation.
Hey, you
'cause at that time-
coward!
Anyways, 30 days, or he's gonna come for all of us, for everything, for the whole kingdom. He'll begin his war.
This isn't about my daddy issues.
King, super surprised, super annoyed. another fucking word.
Just
I'll just say quickly, continuing. I'll just say, I will help you, King. I took an oath to serve you, but I must beg for your assistance in return. I can't beat him.
The king is clearly thinking about this. If anyone else wants to go, as he just kind of crosses arms, the rest of the royal court just.
Like you
Some of the ones that know you seem exhausted. Just exhausted by this group. Like Jin, Videk, all of them are just like, God damn it. Indum just pulls out a cigar with his remaining hand and just lights it, starts smoking.
Is this a good time to mention that we met a guy named Adeldar who also said the world's ending?
King Ram Mob just
nice.
I think my artifact might be malfunctioning.
I thought we were going to keep it on the down low, but all right.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't have any reason to hide this fact. I'm just saying that as a thing.
King just
Okay,
rubbing
I
his
think-
temples. Just
Listen, King, despite how hard on yourself you are, you've shown me that it's not right to keep these problems hidden to yourself and let your friends pay the price.
Roderick. um, how many days are left of the 30 days?
29
30.
of
29.
30. I forgot this isn't the next day.
Oh, you just made this? I thought that was a long time ago.
No, I had a nightmare last night that said now it's 30 days.
Oh.
They said your lease has been shortened. You have 1 month's notice to vacate your life.
So the angel said things have changed in the landscape of a war. Please
Why would
understand.
they want you to kill Rui?
Yeah. Why'd they want me dead?
I don't think she's
It's-
hurt anyone in her whole life. And
It's complicated. I'm starting to lose patience for Poppy's like moaning, just like in my voice. You can tell, like it's starting to stress me out.
I'm
and I
a
say,
little confused.
and I'm just like, Your Majesty, I don't know if you have any deific historians or anything, but it has to do with the War of the New Gods, and apparently Rui is the Raven Queen's trump card to win the ongoing war that has been raging ever since. And I look over at Otto, ever since it started.
I kind of look at Rui like, huh?
Well, Poppy, she did tell me I had to defeat this guy with a big old sword, so, I mean, I am important. But Godric, doesn't he know that I've already died twice?
If I kill you, I would take your soul and cause you to suffer for all eternity. As is what happens when a spirit takes a soul in a kill, in a vengeful wrath.
I step between Rui and Godric, just reflexively.
Fair.
Like-
fair.
I take offense. Poppy, I could have killed Rui many times, and I chose not to. You need to think better of me.
And you didn't tell us for how long? You need to think better of us.
I step around her. And
Attack.
I lost my train of thought. Never mind.
Make twist.
She steps in front and then steps back.
Yeah.
Is anyone else hiding anything that we're just going to say in front of the king and his men right now?
The
I
king just
killed
says,
a
please,
bunch of-
please don't.
Oh, never mind. I killed a bunch of and then ... never mind. It's not important right now.
Mm.
Well, Godric, I'm sure that we can figure it out. I think it's no big deal. I mean,
Rui,
whatever.
look at me.
Yeah.
It's important that you know I thought about it.
You're just scolding me?
I considered it.
Just by the way, Videk has just been slowly circling the outside, just getting into position.
Well, I don't really blame you, Godric. I mean, do I know anything about
I-
your
I-
spirit of vengeance stuff?
Not really.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm sure he probably made you a really good deal. I'm sure there was something important in your life that you needed, that you would trade me for. So I totally understand it. I don't really blame you. If only he had given you just a couple years, I mean,
He's
you
given
already getting kind of old, you know?
he's given me a terrible choice. Either you're gone or everyone is. And I thought there's no math there. If you're going to die either way, why not save some of my other friends?
Well, I do agree. I mean,
But
one life compared to several, and that's that's why I was considering that other guy that we were talking to. I mean, maybe he's our way out of this.
Oh, I don't think so.
He did say he could keep us alive.
This is exactly why I don't trust him, and exactly why I told him that the ends they never justify the means. It doesn't matter who I was trying to save. If I were to go through with it, it wouldn't matter.
I got tortured for a month just because I wanted to make an escape plan, so I feel like making a deal to save the world has an even worse cost.
What
Still
the
haven't-
fuck?
We still haven't felt the full repercussions of my dealings with Ludovos. So
Yeah,
Godric.
that's tomorrow's problem, Grace.
No, no more pins.
Godric.
Yes, Ruby.
What would have happened if I died before you killed me?
Oh,
The Raven Queen would have sustained you. I can't confirm this, but I think you're effectively immortal unless you're slain by some ancient magical means.
Well, I mean, we could test that out.
I don't think we need to.
I
In
look at Rui.
fact,
Pull my knife out.
I look at Rui.
Monka TOS.
maybe the Raven Queen can
I do have
help.
questions for her. Maybe we
I'm
can
gonna
chat.
I'm gonna tackle Rui real quick.
Oh,
Make a athletics check. Rui, make an athletics check.
So, anyways, yeah, let's go to Esther.
It was a 13, but it was really close to a nat 20.
26.
It just tackles you to the ground. King
Okay,
just
okay,
still.
okay. I put my knife away.
King finally speaks up. I'm going to need a few days to process this. Draken, and he points to Draken, his historian. Look into this. Shit, we don't have any books anymore.
what do you remember?
I speak up and say, I was told that the headmaster Divios of was it the wizard school?
Yeah, Devolos, yeah.
Headmaster Devolos might have some information, if that helps. He was my
Draken, go talk to Devolos.
Hey, out of character, Godric, our keep's okay, and you have a library. A little bit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Got a
Nah,
little
fuck
something,
'em.
maybe.
Okay. Videk, quit getting closer to Godric. Quit looking for the kill shot. Videk just puts the knife away. Goes back in line. Oh gosh. All right.
I hand Rui my tome, my journal that has been turned into my warlock tome, and I say, I open to the page that has Kraith's name on it, and there's one space left. It says me. It says Godric, Kraith, Sebastian, and I say, please write your name here, Rui. I can't do it for you.
What is this, Godric?
It's part of I don't know, when Zarathos cast me from his power after Lucius teleported me to that realm. Any name on this page, I can temporarily rescue from death, but it uses the power in the book and it has to recharge.
Wait, but you said I was practically immortal, so wouldn't it be wasting a spot on your page?
I don't know if that's true or not. Please write your name.
That's what I'm saying. If we could just test it out real quick, I mean, it would only take a second.
Let's not test for a lot of diamonds.
But I take the book from him and I write my name in it. And there's definitely a heart on the eye. Just in case anybody wants to know.
Really?
Right, her name.
What if, in case Godric kills you, it doesn't work now that your name's in the book? Huh?
Well, I had considered that too, but I didn't think Godric would trick me like that. Not in front of everybody.
I could.
Anyways, so
I
the king
can
says,
vouch this power has protected me once from Rulara.
Wait, Craig, was your name in that book the first time you died when we were fighting Darius?
No, this
No.
came much later. The
Oh,
fight with a lot fewer stakes.
Whatever we decide for this for the king's mission, I'm staying with Rui.
okay, so
Roderick, are you sure it's not because you want to just take me for yourself?
You
Hold
guys,
up.
listen. You guys are negatively reinforcing vulnerability. Okay, you're saying that if you open up, you're just gonna get roasted and second guessed and doubted. All right, don't trauma Godric any further. All right, because it ain't over yet.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I was saying
Just leave it alone, you know?
let's pull out all the pins, but Garrett over here.
anyways, the king says, you all once told me, and maybe you're all still on good standing with her, that you had a deal where if you killed Darkarn, she would help you all.
I tried
Wait,
Is
to
that
line
what?
up.
still on the table?
Hmm?
You all sure did say that once. That was a lie that you told the king once.
I turned to Maida, who told that fucking lie.
Well, out of character, what lie was that again? Just so I remember.
That basically y'all didn't want to tell the king how you didn't tell the king what relationship you had with Satella and why she basically didn't kill you all. So what
Oh,
you
shit.
came up with instead was
Oh fuck.
that she would that if you all killed Darkard, Satella would like get rid of all the dungeons and be like super cool with Ashana. But then the king said, no one's allowed to go to Estrax. And that's where that all started. That is what the king still believes.
No
You
comment.
see,
No comment.
I don't think that's a viable option right now.
No
Did we
comment.
tell the king that we saw that guy, the revenge guy?
I brought it up just now, yeah.
Okay, then I'll say to the king, well, we might have said that a while ago, but we can't really go kill Darkkarn because that gets us too close to the whole revenge thing that Godric was talking about. And so we can't really go do that and follow down that rabbit hole right now.
You can't trust Ildar. Everything that he says is just meant to confuse you.
And that's why we just need to avoid it altogether.
Let's just
Or ignore
pretend
it
we never heard from him. How about that?
God, you say that and like you just feel the weight of the card. in your pocket.
You're confused. I'm fucking confused.
All right.
Maybe we should address the fact that y'all didn't know he was pretending to be that other guy in the guild.
What-
And I look
what other
squarely at Videk. Morthil?
Who? But Morthil, huh? Morthil's been our spy in Estrax for a long time. But
Well, he's a damn good spy.
he's reported.
He's
Wait,
been-
Morthil was Ildar? Or they just all like begin like all of the royal partners start shouting at each other, and the king just says, "Shut up!
Oh,
Shut up! Shut up!
sorry.
We seriously ignored my artifact comment, guys. Seriously, can somebody look into this?
Yeah, what's going on there?
I don't know. It's trying to make me kill people, so I haven't used it in a while.
Wait, what?
Very
Yeah.
familiar to-
Yeah, I just don't use it anymore.
Craig, no offense, that seems a bit low priority right now.
No, seriously, I mean, like what? Like what if it gets worse?
Okay, well then,
I
I
completely
think-
forgot about it, but then Isildar said he can make artifacts stronger, and I got scared.
I think that one thing we've learned from today is we need to talk about what's going on. So if it gets worse, then you can tell us, all right?
That's too much
Okay.
transparency for me.
Can't you just undo your attainment?
You know,
Claws at
since
tattoo.
since
No.
since we're putting it all out there, I'm in love with the angels. That's been tormenting me. There's something wrong with me.
Stop the transparency.
Well, like, I thought you were like Silora. Like, what?
I mean,
Is that why
too,
you
but
didn't want my help with your night?
Jin,
Craig, you should see.
next to you.
Craig,
You son of a bitch.
Jin just like So, like, how hot are they? It's like scale 1 to 10.
Godric, I don't think this is a pin we need to unpin right
Great,
now.
you should see him for real.
I've killed a lot of innocent villagers and I feel badly about it.
Not
No!
now, Godric, they're
They
discussing
can't get
business.
Wait, what?
Anybody else got something to get out of their system? Rui.
I tried to trick my boyfriend into proposing to me. I guess that could be the worst thing I've done.
I was gonna kill Aurelian and blame it on and frame the Raven Queen. I was trying to find a way not to kill you and still save you. I thought if you turned against the Raven Queen, that would satisfy Zarathos.
Poppy's mulling it over like, that's a really good idea.
And I'll say this. He might be in danger because I pitched it to Zarathos' angel. we should notify Yondar immediately.
Ruby, I can't act it out right now.
Or Yodon, sorry.
What?
Yodon,
Oh,
sorry.
Yodon.
I said it wrong.
Ruby is getting very angry right now. But she's really keeping it under wraps. Godric, well, let's just hope that nothing happens to him, okay? And her hand is like drifting to her knife.
Oh, Gleeble?
You need to Gleeble, cut your losses, bro. We're not worth it.
I feel like the
Right.
whole royal court is like shaking their head like, get out.
All of
Is it-
them are
wait, is
just.
Is
I'm,
it really this
um,
bad?
I'm gonna call a group huddle real
Joseph,
quick.
Joseph the Centaurs walked over to Indum and asked for a cigar.
I'm calling.
what
for a
did
group
Gleeble say?
huddle.
Is it like actually this bad? Like, should I don't I ain't gonna lie, y'all are starting to freak me out.
Well, guess
a little
what?
bit. A little bit.
Armageddon follows us like a fucking plague, alright?
Hey,
Very upfront with you. I told you your chances of dying a horrible death in this group are real high. And the
get
chance
that.
of
look,
Well-
Poppy, I get that, okay? And what happened to here was the scariest shit I've ever seen. And if it happened here in like the fucking capital of, the continent, what's to stop my hometown from being the next spot? I have to be ready for this.
I say
in.
create life instead of take life.
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Sorry. That's going to get really a little bonka TOS. Yeah, create life and then abandon them. Yeah.
Oh,
They're all taken care of. Hello.
they're in school. God.
Now they are. Oh, okay. That's fair. That's fair. I was a little
the group
lost.
huddle, Otto?
Yeah. Group huddle real quick.
Mhm.
Why are we doing this?
Doing what?
This. Taking all these pins out.
Laying it all on the table.
Because
Godric said
we're
we
running out
have
of
to be
time.
honest.
Okay.
Evil forces are plaguing this realm that could end our stories
Minus
at
like
any
pants were
next
like unzipped. He just goes.
He was ready.
He was.
So back to the whole, mission at hand.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I really want to help the people of Estrax because I killed a lot of them and it kind of haunts me at night.
If Satella isn't an option, then maybe there is another who can help.
We didn't say that. I
Didn't
peeked
but
my
you?
head up.
No, but someone did. Someone.
Wait, who did? Who said that?
I think Poppy, maybe.
Oh, yeah, we were the ones that said that we couldn't kill Darkharn.
I didn't say that it wasn't true. I just said that we shouldn't do that.
Yeah, we didn't say that promise wasn't true. We just said we couldn't kill them.
We're
Vampire.
saying this all out loud and very obviously.
just begins yeah, he just starts pulling out hair. It's just
You
Alright,
seem.
By
guys,
the end of
guys.
this.
I
Dude,
need
you're
to
like
be
40.
honest with
That
all of
shit
you.
might be finite. Come on.
Wait,
Yes,
I need to be
Otto?
honest with I can't get in touch with Satella anymore.
wait, that's why we're having this whole thing, Otto. No more secrets. You told me.
We broke up.
Right, but I'm doing the huddle so that the king can't hear, so that he still has some trust in our deception, but that's now gone.
I look over at the king.
he's just staring at the ground, just rubbing his head, just having a panic attack. Definitely not composed.
So
So-
big mommy Satella ain't coming.
Right, Satilla's out. I'm just like I like just get to the game of it. He's out. She's out.
Okay, so what do we do next? I guess.
Guys, I'm just saying we could test out my immortality, and I could ask my great
Rui,
great great great
Rui,
great 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 great
Rui.
grandmother while I'm there.
Rui,
No.
do you want to go to Estrax with Poppy or to the diplomats with Graith?
I'm not really good at speaking to people, like in fancy terms, so I think I'd like to go throw things at buildings and start a riot. So that sounds a lot of fun.
All right.
Oh,
Well, then I take
I
back
thought-
what I said. I'm going with Graith.
Wait, I thought Kraith was doing the revolt mission.
Oh wait, really?
No, I was leaning
I'm
towards the other one,
confused.
honestly.
Oh, you were just saying I was good at stealth mission, not that you wanted to do stealth mission with me.
Yeah, no, I am saying I am extremely open to the idea of split the party because I trust each and every one of you and your
Cool,
capacities
cool.
and your autonomy.
Right, that's really
Yes.
great. I'm
Is
going
it
to need to get my body patched up. As you can see, my heart is open to all of you, both literally and metaphorically right now. So,
If Satella is not an option for
I have a quick
Zaratha,
question about that, Mr. King.
Yes, hi, hello.
Do you have a good cleric to get me in touch with her?
Not a cleric that can get you in touch with Satella, no.
Ah, fucking useless.
Thank you.
Just start crying. He's over. It's over. Just start.
Thank you.
Is it nighttime?
What? It's not nighttime.
Is it
The sun
nighttime?
is still setting. The sun is still setting.
Oh wait, is Jen in here?
He is in here.
Can I walk over to him?
Yes, you can.
Hey Jen, can I send a letter?
Well, yeah, I suppose you can, yeah. What kind of letter you want to send it to?
Okay, excellent. Can I just text you, Garrett?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, and then everybody else can keep conversing.
So the king says, okay, we may need a few days to locate him. There is somebody you could potentially bargain with to take down Zarathos, or at least help with Zarathos. Though no one in the room is going to like this option anymore.
Which
Judar
one? Which one is it?
Gondar.
or Barrows.
Idramol has no love for the gods, no more love for the gods than we do. You could potentially get him on your side.
Who?
Okay. Excuse me? That Idrimal?
Yes, that's Idramol. Fallen Archangel came 7 years ago, wanted to destroy
that's
the
right.
world, hasn't done it. So the king just kind of says, but we've been keeping track of his whereabouts. Loosely.
He's here? He's on.
He's on this plane. He has never left in 7 years.
This is the only plane.
Deal.
No, it's not. Never mind. Scratch that from the record.
But the very, very complicated bit of this is that Idramol was last tracked in Estrax.
All right, I'll go to
Last-
Estrax.
Godric, what the fuck?
No, I'm not. I can't leave Graith. I can't do it.
We haven't buddied up ever.
You're right. Scratch that for the record too.
On the matter of splitting this group, I strongly advise against it. Mostly because if you are in Estrax, we don't. If you're doing one, basically the Royal Court will be taking the mission that you don't take. It's not like it. It's not like the other mission will not happen. So you are all much.
Why?
You are all being chosen because you are much stronger together. Let's put it that way.
That makes sense.
Poppy, what is your question?
Well, I was just wondering why you couldn't just supplement us with royal court members.
King is so annoyed.
Where's the king end and the DM begin?
Yeah, I know, right? Frankly, after this conversation, I don't think the Royal Court wants to be near any of you all. As far as an actual answer, the Royal Courts can spread out a bit more. In theory, they could go with you, but frankly, any of them going with you besides Videk just would make you all more noticeable. We'll put it that way.
Well, that's fine.
Every
Videk
extract
would be
general-
great.
I'll trade you Gleeful. Out of character.
Going to Estrax, being noticeable is not what you all want. On top of the 13 generals, every single city is ruled by their own little dictator that reports up to Quartermon, each of them at least as strong as Darkheart, and each with their own servant underneath. Your goal on this mission is not to defeat or kill each of them, it is, again, to inspire the people. So accompanying you there would just make you more noticeable. It would be more useful for them to spread out amongst the allies they have connections with to get them on our side quicker, because the quicker that we have allies, the quicker we can get get our forces over to Estrax, which means you are all stranded in Estrax for less time.
I don't know, Krythe. Getting really drunk in Estrax and starting bar fights sounds, kind of fun, right?
Brother, I'm a 6'7" emerald gem dragonborn wearing a puffy jacket and a headband. I am the most noticeable motherfucker in this entire continent.
So,
Subterfuge is not my strength.
it's not about subterfuge, it's about subtlety. You're going to be seen. You've said so yourself. What will you be seen doing?
Fighting.
Exactly.
Well, does the king have a suggestion on what mission we should take?
I had no preference before this one, points to Godric. Informed me of the Zarathos problem, where we now need to finish one war in 30 days or prevent another war in 30 days. Finding Idrimal is of the utmost importance, and convincing him is now the most important thing that can happen. You all sneaking into Estrax, if that is where Idrimal still is, probably the most important mission that you all could take.
Is that the diplomatic one?
No.
It's
Not
the
anymore.
stealthy insight peasant revolt one.
Stealthy inside peasant revolt and then get ambushed by generals and fight anyway one.
Magnets
Finding
forgive it.
and find an
Auto
archangel.
Yes.
Cannot go correctly.
Oh,
I just can't wait for the
hot springs.
Godric sibling plot reveal. The Archangel.
Dogric?
Uncle Angel? Nephew? Nephew, is that you?
anyways,
At the barbecue?
Thank you.
now that we need to find, it was going to take a few days, anyways, to find to basically set up your entry into Estrax. Um, now we need to add finding Idramol, or getting getting a better idea of where he is in Estrax, and hopefully he isn't captured by it. Won't complicate it right now. You have a few days, anyways. I would take that time to prepare, say goodbye to any loved ones. He looks at Rui and then Gleeble, as you will likely be in Estrax without any help for a while. Hopefully not 30 days, because apparently another war is on the way in 30 days.
Um, not to state the obvious, but that's just assuming he doesn't get pissed that I've said something. So really, who knows what's going to happen?
Thanks for the reminder.
You got it.
Take a few days to yourselves, and then prepare to enter Estrax. If you have a preference among these places to enter from, I guess think on that as well, as he lists off a few places: Herg, Chie, Yagos, and Aberdeen.
Washington.
And about that time, Rui, your your phone mirror
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
begins to go, Rui, Rui.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
I pull it out.
That's that.
It's not nighttime.
It is now nighttime after this long, long conversation.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I pull it out and answer it. Hello.
Rui, are you alive? Are you okay? We heard about Tarask. Are you?
Riley. It's okay. I'm alive. Obviously, I answered. So yes, I'm okay. Are you okay?
Just been stressed all day. I mean, Raihan said not to worry, but how could I not? And,
Wait, hold on, Aurelian.
yes,
You've been stressed all day,
correct.
and you can teleport with your sword.
I can't
Right.
teleport myself with the sword.
Oh, but somebody could teleport you with your sword.
Well, they'd have to tune to it, and I guess that's an option, but
And you didn't come to check on me?
I didn't think about that, I suppose, as an option.
Dump him.
How far is Yodon from where we are?
Several miles.
Oh, so like not a long flight then?
No, a few days' journey.
Oh, okay.
At least 8 miles.
Well, I'm a little put out they didn't come look for me. I mean, it's been all day. Did the thing attack yesterday or today?
No, this morning.
Oh, okay. All right, all right, all right, all right. I'm still a little put out, but I understand. It was hard to
I
get
mean,
you.
I can make it. I can. What are y'all doing? I mean, can you come to Yodon?
Well, so it's kind of a long story, but basically we've been assigned a new mission and we're not really a part of the Ivory Pack, but we're still adventurers, but also maybe kind of not. And there's a lot of bad things coming on the horizon. So maybe get the samurai in tip top shape because lots of wars. You could be an ally in this war if you'd like to be, against Estrax. And yeah, so I'm on a mission. I can't come to Yodon though. Will
King
you come with
says.
me?
The king just says it doesn't start for a few days. You can go to Yodon. Please get out of my city before.
You need to tell him.
Don't say it.
Comes to Yodon. I do have a question, Aurelian. Do you happen to know
Um.
any angels?
No, no, just you, darling.
Yeah, he said it.
Oh.
W Riz, Garrett. W Riz.
Charisma save Rui.
Rui blushes. Her red feathers
Uh,
turn a deeper shade red. Um, well, no, I mean like actual angels. If you meet any of them, just go in the opposite direction. Get away from them as fast as you can. I don't really want to explain right now on this open line, but I can explain later.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Does
if you, I mean, I. So, are you all coming to? Are you all coming to Yodon? Are you? I can prepare a feast for. I mean, I do have a surprise for you. I
You
can.
guys all want to go to Yodon?
is it on the way to Estrax?
No, but like you said, you have a few days anyways. Essentially,
Oh, we
you
have
gotta figure out.
teleportation
Teleport
circles.
us
That's
to
right.
Yodon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Right.
So
Duh.
you want to split the party?
What?
I need to patch up this massive gaping hole in my chest. So
Aurelian, do you know anybody that can fix Otto?
Raise my hand.
No. Aurelian is saying no, but then might erase his hand.
That to say that he needed to say something, or to say that he can fix Otto?
But it, I didn't say anything, but like, I start walking over to Otto.
yes,
The I've got this extra part, and I guess I pull out the part. I
Mhm.
forget exactly what part I have.
Heart.
I have a heart,
okay. I
and
mean, I still have a heart, don't I?
sure,
It's just
but
visible.
yeah, I learned a thing or two to kind of help out in case you ever were in need.
Cool.
So
cool.
I can help you with that if we need it.
That's great. But you see, the chest cavity is open, and I want it to be closed.
So reasonably,
What's
Mida
that?
and Pop between Mida and Poppy, the injuries that you have right now, Otto, they could potentially do it because they have helped roll before.
It's always ended well.
Oh God.
So in theory,
Just scratch that soul right off. Just gone.
Well, Maida does have an extra heart, so if things don't go to plan, they get a second attempt.
And I've got a can-do attitude.
That's fantastic, Poppy. This is why we've been friends for so long.
Aurelian from Mirror just says, well, I'll just set up a teleportation circle for tomorrow afternoon, and you all, whoever's joining for the feast, can come, and you guys can decide between now and then. Is everyone okay? Are they all? Not everyone,
No.
obviously. Is thank you, Godric.
Gotcha. Go ahead and tell them.
Well, no, I think it's fine. We can tell later.
We'll
No, I
tell
think
them
we
when we
should
get
do
there.
it.
I was just saying we're not okay.
You-
You should know that.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
Gosh, this is
glaring
really
at
weird.
Godric right now.
You all sounds like you have a lot to talk about. Love you, Rui. I'll see you tomorrow. Again, everyone is welcome to
Love you.
come.
I know.
And
Wow.
That might be the first time.
but yeah, I hope I get to see you all.
Make
tomorrow.
sure Sebastian's there.
Oh, of course, Sebastian will be there. It'll be a feast for everybody.
Plus
Excellent.
ones.
Okay, love you. Bye.
All right, love you. Bye. And he just hangs up.
Well, so we're going to Yodon tomorrow.
I was gonna hang out with my boys.
What boys?
Gondar and Merlara.
Oh, well, I'm sure they can come if they want.
We can figure it out in the morning. I think what we all need is a rest. A long rest, if you will.
You all feel so damn tired right now. After a very long day. But we will actually go ahead and end there. Thank you for watching. We'll be back next week. Thanks to the usual resources we use to make this happen: D&D Beyond, Roll20, JPEGU for maps and things, Paperforge, and Roll20 Marketplace, and D&D Beyond again for a lot of the tokens. Meg for tokens. That's it. We'll be back next week, and
Have a mighty fine week.